I am currently at war with 2 sovereign nations and 1 state of the United States of America. Well, technically it's 5 sovereign nations since one of them is the United Kingdom. I unfortunately can't be too precise yet on which country to hate especially, but I fell for a scam. I ordered something online. After 1.5 weeks, I got no notification via email that the product has been sent. So I started looking up the store, and it has, 1.4 stars on Trustpilot, and everybody just saying it's a scam from the UK. So unfortunately, now I am at war with you guys. Radiohead, I apologize. I know it wasn't your fault, but your country and I have unfinished business. By the way, it was like the first time I actually fell for a fucking scam. I feel bad about it. But it wasn't, I would argue it's not my fault because the site seemed trustworthy. They had a decent name and fuck it. I think that's gone, even though there is still a parcel out there which allegedly will arrive at my doorstep maybe someday. But I don't have high hopes. I don't know. I'm just gonna maybe shoot them a fiery email telling them how shitty they are. Now, Radiohead, Amnesiac. We have done, by the way, look what I have. This, obviously we had done Kid A, and this is apparently some sort of double LP where both albums belong together. And look what I have here. The game, the Kid Amnesia exhibition. Now, one of you guys, more specifically, I'm gonna call out people. Creep Quebec. Oh boy, he's from Canada. That's also the Commonwealth. I'm sorry, you're in it too. He told me about this, so I downloaded it and we're going to check this out on Patreon. By the way, this is over 20 years old. Why the fuck is the file 10 gigabytes large? If you would have tried 20 years ago to play a 10 gigabyte large game on your, Macintosh, whatever, that probably had 128 kilobytes of RAM, I'm telling you, this is, back then, the perfect setup for a homemade BOMB. There is no other way around it. And yes, I cleaned my entire desktop, so you only see this game. The rest is all to the right now, so you can't see it. Okay, Amnesiac. Nice statement, I don't think. No, I know this might be even more confusing than Kid A, because to make sure the sound is good, I just checked out like 5 seconds of the third song, Pull, Revolving Doors, and those 5 seconds sounded confusing as fuck. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe I'm scared. Maybe, the exhibition game will help us out a bit. All I can say for now is, I'm open to anything. What is it? It's a notebook sideways, a little scruffed, and then there is a drawing of a human-looking character holding their eyes. Oh boy. By the way, you also told me in the comments for the last video, Kid A, that when Tom, I don't know how his name is pronounced, I'm sorry, when he decided to make the album, the band almost broke up beforehand, and he said, I don't want to be known as a rock band, I want to do something that's out of this world. So they just threw everything away and did something completely random. He was also depressed at the time or beforehand, so we are just gonna keep that in mind while we listen to this album. Okay, now I've already talked for fucking 4 minutes. Who even listens to this? Should we just start? Packed like sardines in a crushed tin box. That already sounds very promising. And it's the first song. Let's hit it. Actually sounds like a tin box. A very electronic sound. We continue the theme. Guess that's our life now. Fully electronic. But to be honest, this 8-bit drum beat is kind of kicking. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm gonna be honest, for some reason it's kind of cool. So far, I kind of fuck with the sound. I'm just very scared of that third song. I mean, to be honest, we do kind of, even back from OK Computer, continuing these kind of back like the sardines in a crushed tin box. I mean, we feel he probably also artistically felt pushed into one corner. I'm a reasonable man. Get off my case. Get off his case. Let him be alone. Okay, I just want to see where we go with this. The Pyramid song. They'd imagine they just sing fucking Egyptian now. That would be hilarious though. We just followed that up by an acoustic piano. And we have the pedal pressed down so the strings can breathe a little bit. Jumped in the river, what did I see? All my lovers were there with me. All my past and future. Dude, these strings are so fucking eerie, the entire sound. Like, I am not at ease right now, even though it's a piano ballad. I am strapped in. There was nothing to fear, nothing to Yes, yeah, okay. Even more strings for fuller sound. Feels like a rebirth. And I think we could definitely need a rebirth right now. By the way, you have to let me know if we should do the next two albums or if we would just go to In Rainbows, I believe is the third album that's gonna come, because I only hear, or you guys see you guys talk about In Rainbows, but not about like these other two ones. To be honest, we are starting out very strong. And that's confusing me a little bit, considering that I have heard 5 seconds of the next song. And that was about as far away as you could be from this sound. But considering that on the previous song we were packed like sardines in a crushed tin box, this is almost euphoric. At least we don't have any more worries. Yeah, this doesn't sound euphoric. This sounds fucked. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. By the way, I didn't listen to this part. I skipped just right in where it's a bit louder to see how it's sounds. I'm honestly happy. Jumped in the river. What did I see? Black-eyed angels swim with me. Kind of feel like we're surrounded by our demons. Moon full of stars, astral casting all the figures I used to see. All my past lives and all my past and futures. It feels like we are somewhere out of, I don't know, it doesn't feel like, it's not, is it in Buddhism? Nirvana? Isn't that like a place, one in the universe where there is no future and no past and there is just presence? It's kind of good, but present, yes. It is a good place to be in. We worried about a lot. Now pull revolving doors. What?
And there were rolling doors.
Hey, what the fuck? What is electronic Alvin Chipmunk doing here? Okay, it's called Amnesia. I don't know if you know this infamous. It's not a. I don't know, musical experience where somebody made music in the, I don't know, 10, 14 different stages of losing your mind or becoming like having amnesia. Oh no, amnesia is you can't sleep. But these 10, 14 levels of when you lose your mind or when you just can't remember stuff. I forgot what it's called. And this is kind of reminding me of that experience because at the beginning it sounded pretty well. And then just with every step, you thought, okay, right now it's sounding very, very eerie and I don't even know what the fuck's happening. And then in between you had these little like revolving, or not revolving, but these little things come around that you had heard before. And it reminded you of that, but it was so fucked. And if this was going on in my head, I would also... No, I think I'm talking about amnesia. Insomnia is when you can't sleep. Oh my god, I'm no medical professional, okay? In case you ever have a heart attack, I'm just gonna, I don't know, best I can do is perform Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. And after that, I will just have to let you go.
But there are trapdoors.
Yeah, we're gonna just look at this.
That you can't come back from.
Okay, the more I get into these themes and... Oh, look, Am I supposed to be seeing something here? This is very unsettling, especially this right here, this image. I'm very... I don't know if looking forward is the right term. But I am gonna be... Well, maybe I am looking forward to playing the game. Or just, it's not a game, but an experience, walking through it to have some visual assistance and see what the hell they were on. Because for now, I'm a bit confused. The next song, You and Whose Army ? Okay, we have a normal sound.
Come on, you think you drive me crazy.
Honestly, you kind of do.
Come on if you think, come on if you think you can take us on.
Okay. A natural bass guitar.
You and whose army.
Honestly, maybe it's because the last song was just pure confusion and unsettledness. But this is pretty nice. Just the bass, a normal little guitar lick. We can work with that. That just, right now, that feels like fucking heaven.
And your crony. You forget so easy.
Amnesia. Rewrite at dawn, bitches. The most normal Radiohead experience. The previous song completely fucking you, and out of a sudden, one of the most beautiful sounds you will ever hear in music. And for some reason, we had it on the previous album, where a song was literally about Tom having some sort of ghost in his house. And now we continue. Now we have ghost horses. Maybe we have an entire ghost army. I mean, why not? Let's make it Pirates of the Caribbean Part 3 or Part 4. Come on. You think I'm driving me crazy. I want to kind of see the Holy Roman Empire. Which, the Holy Roman Empire or the Roman Empire? Because even I could take on the Holy Roman Empire if we're being completely honest. I mean, Prussia and some guys, I can do that. 10th to 19th century. The narrator is taunting his enemies through this historical insult. Okay, hey, to be fair, after the Holy Roman Empire united, they kind of fucked everybody over in the First World War. They really put up a fight. Everybody else didn't hear no bell, but they did. We're right tonight, but do I want to see what is going on with the ghost horses? The ghost horses and repeated invitation command signifies a false, transparent threat. To be honest, for the entire album, of course, it's a stylistic for them tool that they use to have this very rough sound. But coming off Vultures 2, I thought, this is better mixed than some of the songs in fucking Vultures 2. I'm just going to say that. I might be wrong. Okay. About what? Okay, we're back to very electronic. Prepare. Never mind. Pretty American sounding. Say we might be wrong about that, that's good. Okay, we have two basses at the same time. Kind of funny because it feels like the drummer is essentially homeless by now. I mean, for 2 albums, more or less straight, we just replaced him with a drum machine. But right now, the bass player, on the other hand, that's where the money is being funded to. Like, hey, yo, dog, we kind of drowned you out, but now is your time to shine. Almost have like 3 different rhythms going on. The guitar, the bass and the drum machine. We did not keep it moving. For some reason right now, it just reminded me, because I thought, honestly, Amnesiac, so far, 5 songs in, I like this way more than Kid A, because I don't know, on one hand, it's not as confusing and it's also kind of cool in a way. And I just thought, since we are like heavily electronic with a drum machine, with the guitar, etc., at first it reminded me a little bit of, I don't know, maybe Radiohead should do a hip hop or rap album just instrumentally, because that's what we have going on. And then the second thought I had that is kind of a mix because we have this electronic sound with Daft Punk, the way that we just cut everything out and then we just separated the beat into these 4 moving parts that we have with the guitar, with the drum, with the first bass, and with the snare. And then we took everything out and just continued where we slowly bring them back in what Daft Punk used to make. Like they would take a little longer and they would have just some sample looped on top of it. But if you pay attention, like around the world, you just slowly, every 4th line, add another instrument. And then you have a final fucking beat by the end. And it's pretty cool. And 2001, right? Yeah, we are getting in the Discovery timeline. Although wait, when was it in 2001? March. I think Discovery was actually was it in February? I don't quite remember. By the way, I'm very delusional. I thought that Daft Punk would maybe come back for the Olympic Games in Paris. But they did not. Even though they would have been, imagine they just start out the show with one more time, but they say one last time, because they did not go out with a bang. I mean, technically with the video, yes, but that was like 10 years old. But imagine they would just come back for one giant goodbye show. They should do that. They should fucking do that. But I don't know which one they asked. They asked them and he said, oh no, that project is over. Like, come on, guy. Bro is actually called Guy. You can't tell me that you don't have the fucking helmet in your drawer somewhere. Just get it out. We are very hopeful. I might be wrong. Yes. By the way, you and whose army? I might be wrong. I would have sworn I saw a light coming on. Yes. Lights coming on is better than lights turning off. I used to think there is no future, but I might be wrong. Open up, begin again. The rebirth is coming. What would I do? What would I do if I did not have you? By the way, who are we? We don't know who we are holding on to, right? A certain person in his life, yeah. To be honest, I don't think. That's the fun part about the previous album. We sometimes had interview clips where they talked about, especially Tom, who was the inspiration for that. The fuck is this build? This image was the inspiration for that lyric. Okay, Knives Out. Are we still at war? I mean, we don't need knives for them. We literally made fun of them. Okay, now we just have a normal fucking song, sounding at least, with some acoustic guitars.
So knives out.
We barely have a kick drum. We just have the bass, and then we have the snares, but that's everything we have. Okay, so we felt, at least I thought, I might be wrong, on the last song. That was looking forward. And we also said, don't look down, which generally is a nice thing to say. But Knives Out, catch the mouse, shove it in your mouth, put it in a pot. It feels satirical again. That, I don't know, we don't know what we eat because people just, I don't know, the cook takes something, throws it into the pot, don't look at it, just swallow whatever we feed you. could also be metaphorical for a bunch of things. Should we just look at it for 1 second and try to see something? Sessions was first revealed to the public during one of Radiohead's early webcasts. Alright. Knives Out. We just lost our nerve. It was so straight ahead. We thought, we've got to put this in the bin. It's too straight. We couldn't possibly do anything that's straight until we'd gone and been completely arse about face with everything else. In order to feel good about doing something straight like that, it took 373 days to be arse about face enough to realize it was alright the way it was. Okay, so I'm figuring that he's actually just talking about the song, because he thought, oh my God, guys, we need to be experimental. We can't just have a normal sounding Radiohead song on here. So we need to throw it out. And then 1 year later, since it was from these sessions, he realized, okay, you know what, on Amnesiac, we can put it out. Morning Bell, Amnesiac, the next song. By the way, this Knives Out was about the halfway point.
The morning
Considering that these two albums are apparently one entire art project. Okay, I don't know, we are just literally having the same song but mixed differently. Maybe since we have this little slash sign, it's gonna be Morning Bell slash and then we have a second song. We don't have anything apart from a different mixed version of Morning Bell. The Amnesiac version. Almost like a phone beep. Boop, boop. Why does it feel like Elvis is about to perform?
we can use be constructive with your blues.
Okay, so the A side of this album was very surprisingly comprehensive and also pretty good. Right now on the B side, I don't really know what's happening. At first I thought those strings were gonna sound pretty, but no, they sound eerie. What's the synthesizer? But that part right there, the way we just had our little peek, that was pretty cool. Okay, so we are ruled by money. And we will shut the fuck up if we get paid enough. I want peace and honesty. Why don't you quiet down? I want to live in the promised land. Maybe one day the children's land. Quiet down. Okay, so we are hoping for a better world, and the money and the pence just says, hey guys, come on. How are we supposed, if everybody's living nicely, to make more money? that doesn't work. For us at least. So kindly shut the fuck up. Unless hunting bears, we're gonna hunt you. Hunting bears? Isn't that illegal? I think as long as if they attack you, then you're allowed. Okay, well, hunting is not you're being attacked. Hunting is literally you're the fucking predator. But if, just in case you would want to know this, if you're in Canada, at least I know that, and the bear attacks you, you have the right to defend yourself. I know that. Okay, hunting bears. The next song. And we are really going way back with our sound. We discovered the 50s and 60s for ourselves here. I don't complain. It's pretty nice. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I'm just wondering what this exhibition game is going to be like. I mean, we do have, and this music, sometimes it's very eerie, sometimes it's a bit more classy sounding, sometimes right now it's pretty calm. If when you walk through this sound, if you just have what the visuals are going to be like. That's what I'm just wondering. Hunting bears, all right. Pretty calm. Like spinning plates. Believe it or not, as a child in circus, I was actually on the plates spinning them. It feels like somebody's sending us a message, an encrypted message. And now it feels like we're just playing a song backwards. And I'm getting the feeling again that this is just an instrumental. Oh, it's not. It's an instrumental intro. Very short song. Is the setting of the ancient Greek play The Birds by Aristophanes. I want to play this fucking game so badly now. I want to see what I will see when I hear this music. I want to experience this fucking world visually. Because even though it's pretty fucked, but right now I'm just imagining a river of lost souls. I don't know. Or ghosts or whatever, just flowing through something. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fucking cool. What is this play about? This Greek ancient play. A walled city in the sky built to keep the Olympian gods at bay and to make the birds new gods. Direct reference to Athenian politics of the time. The Sicilian expedition, the military invasion of Sicily during the Peloponnesian War. The most common interpretation is that cloud Kaku land could be identified with the Sicilian expedition as an over-ambitious scheme. Athenians could then be identified with the birds and their enemies, with the Olympian gods. By the way, this is the bird. It's a pretty cool-looking bird. I'm gonna be honest, it's a cool-looking bird. Entirely dystopian world, seems like it, but this is also the world that we all move through every day, and the same world that ancient Greek and Romans lived in. An imperialistic, violent world where common people follow insane decisions of their leaders. Life in a glass house, not is a glass house. I'm gonna assume the next one, life in a glass house, if you're sitting in the glass house, you shouldn't throw stones. So I'm gonna assume that's the metaphor that we are grabbing onto. It's jazzy. I feel like a fucking 1920s noir detective movie.
I'm in trouble with my only friend. She is paper in the window pane.
Especially with the
She is
flute
putting on
and the trumpet.
living in a glass house.
It's a saxophone, I apologize. It's not a flute,
Once again,
but very delicately played.
packed like frozen fin batteries. Think of all starving millions. Don't talk politics and don't throw stones.
Okay, yes, it's essentially what I talked about. Living in a glass house and... who are we to talk, right? Who are we to talk? Who are we to... What's it called? Complain.
Your royal
I mean, to be honest, your life and my life must be... I mean, we are at least lucky because you have enough time on your hands to just sit here and watch this video. And I have enough time on my hands to sit here and listen to this album as well. And that means you have internet. That means you have no basic needs unfulfilled. You are probably having food. You probably have shelter. You probably have warmth, water, etc. But that doesn't mean that our life can't be shit too.
once again.
I don't know if it's actually it feels like since on a saxophone you press these little pedals and you can hear before he hits the high note a little click as if the pedal is being pressed. It's kind of funny. Right before that. Doo-doo-doo.
That's a strange mistake to make. You should turn the other cheek. Living in a glass house. Is someone listening in?
So if I had to guess what this is about, of course, hey, even though we complained a lot during this and the last hour, well, not complaining, but we just cried our tears out, saying, oh my God, my life's so shit. Where was I going with this? Even though, yeah, we are crying our tears out, we say, hey, we are live in a glass house. We shouldn't complain. It could have been worse. Two things are being said at once, delivering the real subjective meaning through phonetic interplay and sound similarity. Well, of course, I'd like to sit around and chat to the girl. Yes, is also, well, of course, I'd like to sit in a chair. Yeah, that's what I understood, the chair thing. Well, well, of course, I'd like to stay and chew the fat to the girl. It also, well, of course, I'd like to stare into the fire. I'd like to stay in. Wait. Let's listen to that again.
Living in a glass house.
Okay, so we pay attention if it's.
Of course I like to sit around a chair.
Sit in a chair, yes.
Of course I like to stay and chew the fat.
It does sound like that. Stare into the fire. Damn, implies he can't engage himself with her entirely because of his thoughts. Schizophrenia demon, and can't engage himself with his thoughts entirely because of her. This tragic irony of the statement is captured unbelievably well by the tone. The objective meaning is about paparazzi and celebrity culture. You can't just go into public with someone, sit down at a restaurant and talk about whatever is really on his mind, because there's always someone there who recognizes him and will eavesdrop, hence the line, someone's listening in. I don't know too much about his experience or his thoughts on paparazzi. Of course, that could be the meaning behind it. But generally speaking, yeah, pretty much. If you're in his position, somebody's always listening in. Even in your position and in my position. Remember when some fucker, like, 2021, released these CIA hacks and how they function, how they turn some Samsung TV, it's not a Samsung, but they probably can do it with this one too, into a listening and even video device to capture you. We are fucked, and we can only hope that everybody who is responsible for this goes to hell. Otherwise, they'll get away with it. Life in a glass house. Holy shit. I want to play the video game now, or experience the exhibition now. To be honest, I think I like this more than the first one. I think together, if I will have it in the exhibition game when we do it all together. I'm guessing it's mixed and not just chronologically, since I myself am able to move around freely, I assume. Yeah, fuck it, we're just gonna do that. See ya, bye.